It didn't work. It didn't work. That's all right. All right. So, hey, this is a Full Send Weightlifting podcast. I think this is episode 3. So, how about today we're interviewing Mattie Sasser Miller and Chauncey Miller. So why don't we get started with just telling people how you got into weightlifting?
Hi. First of all, my name is Mattie.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm Chauncey.
So I will talk about my background on how I started. I got into a weightlifting. One moment. This thing doesn't want to stay.
That's all right.
So when I was about 14 years old, I think I was doing track and field back then, and I was in the Marshall Island. And then I don't know, it's like that's how I found the sport. I didn't know anything about weightlifting, but I know I have some friends who did weightlifting, so that's pretty much how I got into it. They introduced me into the sport, and I tried it. And I mean, couple days later, I become in love with it. That's basically how everything started.
Yeah. Was it just like an after-school track or weightlifting program then, or was it like a sport at the school?
So what? It was a sport. I mean, I think into the school because like there were some athletes who are doing it with. I think they go to school, but it's just my dad was running it, so it's like you can join whenever you want, or it doesn't matter. It's like if you wanted to join, you just go and join.
Yeah, so it wasn't like it wasn't a lot of pressure then. It was just kind of like, yeah, come out and try it.
Yeah. Basically, there was some scare there. Like I was kind of scared because I was like back then, and I was just so tiny, and I didn't think that I would do the sport because of how small and skinny I was. So that part scared me.
When you started, what were you like? What do you remember your numbers when you first started?
Yes, I think I did snatch 55 kilo and clean and jerk 70.
How? And so you were about 14 years old. How much did you weigh back then?
Less because I remember every morning my dad had to wake me up and feed me noodles. That was not fun.
So basically, your first time
Early in
doing
the morning.
weightlifting, you had like a body weight snatch.
Yes. I think it's because I was doing track and field and I was like kind of in the way I grew up. I pretty much I did carry a lot of things, so I think it came from that.
What was it like growing up in the Marshall Islands?
Ooh. I will say, from my experience, it was hard, but I mean, I'm grateful that like I wouldn't be who I am today if everything was going smooth and no struggle.
Yeah.
So
Sometimes the struggle's the important part.
yeah, for sure.
And then Chauncey, how did you find weightlifting?
Did weightlifting in high school, but we didn't have very many athletes or good coaches. So went to college and didn't really do too much. And then met Mattie and kind of got me back into it. So
Yeah, I see that. Where did you go to high school at?
in Nebraska, a small town.
I didn't realize they had weightlifting in Nebraska.
Yeah, I mean it was mostly like powerlifting stuff.
Yeah. That's pretty cool,
So
though.
not specific to Olympic weightlifting.
Yeah. That's pretty cool, though.
So, where did you guys meet? Because I know Mattie has. I think one of the first place is it Mathlin or Mattie? I'm not really sure.
Madeline, but I might sure like nicknames Mattie.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that you lifted with um, Nathan Damron's younger sister Hannah in like Kansas somewhere. I remember seeing videos with you two together or something. That was like
Sorry, maybe it was like North Carolina or somewhere.
oh, okay, yeah.
Yes, 2016. Long time.
Yeah, I remember. Well, I couldn't remember. I know the Damrons are from. I think they're from Kansas somewhere. I think they are.
Kansas
I think
City.
they are from Kansas. Come to think of it, but it's like a burb of. But I remember Hannah and Mathlin would interact on the Instagram or something when they posted lifts or something.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. I
Yeah,
think it's from Kansas City Lifetime, probably.
probably. Yeah. One of those lifetimes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you imagine being like just a regular person going into like a Lifetime Fitness for like your weekend workout, and there's Mattie Sasser over there snatching like 200 something pounds?
Oh, the thing is, everybody that doesn't know me, so I'm just doing my thing and
Yeah.
get out. But
Oh,
it's
you know
kind
what?
of
That's right.
crazy sometimes.
That's right. That would be when she already was in the United States for like, because she'd already been lifting for like 4 years by then or something. I'm
Yeah.
guessing. Yeah. Okay. So that's a little bit more forward of because I have your numbers up and like I see like competitions in Oceania in like 2013 and 2012 and 2015, like 2015 Pacific Games,
Long time ago.
stuff like that.
Yeah. I think my first competition was 2012. If I can
That's
remember.
what I see. It's like because they hold the senior, the junior, and the youth all at the same time. So it was June 4th, 2012, and you did 100. You did 50-71 at 58 kilos, placing first in the as a youth, third as a junior, and seventh as a senior. So it's kind of weird. Like they have like multiple placements all in the same competition.
Yeah, you junior.
Yeah, I mean, you can do that at USA Nationals too. Like if you were a youth lifter and you qualify for juniors and seniors, you can enter in all three of them.
Oh, that's right. I think I have seen that before. Yeah.
Yeah. Because the last time I had the last junior I had there, we were competing against a youth girl that wasn't even in our session. Like we had to watch the youth. You had to read the session recap from before to know what the totals you needed to medal. So, but yeah. What was I going to say? So you've represented the U.S. You've been lifting a long time, like 10 plus years. You've represented the U.S. internationally. You've represented the Marshall Islands internationally. Is there what are the differences you would highlight, like between representing each country internationally?
Oh. I would say, like representing USA. I mean, the both countries are different, so it's like when I was representing USA internationally, it kind of was like the same feeling as I was in representing Marshall Island, but it's like it's kind of different because in the US you have to weight class or two or something to able to represent US.
Yeah, I think you have to be one of the top two in the weight categories in order to make a
Yeah.
international squad.
Yeah, and Marshall Island is like because I was literally the only weightlifter there, so I was able to go in a lot of competition. And when I represent US, it was actually all it was I don't know, kind of little burned out, but
Yeah.
it's there's two different. Like you have a lot of opportunity when you're on the USA weightlifting team. But basically, my country in the martial art, you don't really have the same opportunity. But just you just go on the same journey to compete at as an international level.
Did you, as an athlete representing the Marshall Islands previously and now again representing the Marshall Islands now, do you receive like a similar level of support from your Olympic committee or national governing body from like a funding perspective or like high performance support for like massage or physical therapy or things like that?
Pretty similar
Yeah,
as far.
it's a pretty similar, except the funding probably is less than when I was representing the US.
But it's like a similar amount of support beyond that, aside from the funding itself.
Yes.
That's good to hear.
It
'Cause-
is.
Yeah. I know the Marshall Islands and the United States have like agreements, like I think the United States helps out the Marshall Islands or they have a base there or something. I'm trying to really remember off the top of my head. But I know there is a international relationship between the Marshall Islands and the US at some level, I believe. I don't know if it comes down to money, but
There was, how's it there was? It was right after what was it?
The bikini atoll
I
test.
think-
yeah, that's what I was kind of wondering if they were one of the if we had one of the nuclear tests over on one of their islands and we have like reparations for that.
Yes, so it was then until Marshall Island. I think they wanted to be independent, so that's what they wanted now.
Yeah.
I think it's already changed.
Yeah, they got a compact of free association, so like they're independent. They handle their own international affairs, but I think their military's rolled in with the U.S. military, so like they would serve in the U.S. military. And what was the other one?
Yeah.
And then I think the postal service. I think the USPS runs the postal service or something like that. I can't remember, but yeah, there's an international agreement there. Anyway.
Back to weightlifting.
I know. Got sidetracked there.
I know that we kind of like mentioned this, but we kind of skipped over it a little bit. I'd love to know how a guy from Nebraska ends up meeting an Olympian from the Marshall Islands.
Well, we surprisingly both were in Grandview, and then we met and hung out first time after Christmas, which is.
Oh well, we met
birthday.
online. We'll clear that up. We met online.
Oh yeah, I met my husband online. I'm a big fan of online dating. So wait, but which app did you use? You gotta plug it. I met my husband on Hinge. It was a great time. But okay, so you met online, started dating after Christmas.
Yeah.
I think it was right after Christmas.
Then we
went on
officially
a
started dating like February.
When did we went on a date? I think it was right before Christmas.
Right before Christmas, or after Christmas, before New Year's.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I think everything there went so fast. So fuck that.
Good.
So yes, we met online. Then 2 months later, we start dating. I was not surprised. Anyways.
And then got married.
Yeah,
got married, yeah, and now you're traveling internationally to make a run for Paris 2024.
Yes.
That's the goal.
Awesome. So how does that like work? And I apologize, but like, so Chauncey, are you a part of like the coaching team, or like what is y'all's dynamic?
So I do anything I can to support. I'm not like an athlete, but I try to do everything I can to support her however she needs. You know, whether it's just going and sitting on the bench and just being there or being in the back room with her, you know, whatever I can do.
I love a support team. Support systems are so important. That's awesome.
They really are.
Yeah.
All right. Now what else? So, in 2016, you were the only athlete, and you're still the only athlete to ever represent the Marshall Islands in Olympic weightlifting. And Oceania in general doesn't usually get a whole lot of representation at like the Olympics. So what is it like to be a legitimate historic figure in the sport? Like, do you feel support from from like Marshallese or anything like that? Like that experience.
Yes, I do. I do feel support all the time, but I think it was when it comes to like weightlifting, it's not about support. I think it. I mean, I think it's the biggest thing, but it's about like if you love it and you. I mean, it's like you don't really need the support. You just have to do it, and then at the end of the day, if you're selected to go to represent them, then I guess you're lucky enough to go. But I feel support most of the time from my country and mostly my family. They know how much effort I put in the sport.
Mhm.
And I think that's actually the only thing I know how to do is
You know,
weightlifting. So yeah, I would say I do.
Nice. And so now on that, you kind of mentioned a big part of the sport is just you gotta do it, you gotta train, and you have to push yourself. Have you ever had times in your career where training felt like maybe more of a chore and less of something that you wanted to do? And if so, how did you get through those?
Yes, there are a lot of time. There are a lot of time. Like if you're in um a level athletes like up there, it's like there are time where, and I mean if you're that athlete, you feel you have depression issue and you have an anxiety all the time. Like I would say I have like an anxiety because like mostly I don't really go out, and the thing I needed to experience and even to talk to people I get like an anxiety, so I kind of know what to say, but then if like I said it really wrong in a wrong way, and like it's kind of something I have problem with,
yeah.
and you know,
But you taught yourself English in 4 years,
yeah,
so
that
that's
was one
pretty
of the.
impressive.
There are a lot of time in weighlift since I started weightlifting. Like there are time I don't want to go to training. There are time I just all I wanted to do is just laying in bed, and I don't I'm not even motivated to do anything. I just want to just lay in bed and do nothing or grind myself out. Oh, everybody does that. So, but um, like I think since I met him, it's been like a thing. I think it's like where I don't really want to train, and he told me, well, you need to go to train. You can't miss training. You have to go training, and I'm like, okay, but
Goals.
I think it's like if you have like someone who love you so much and who are willing to be there and support you during your tough time, I think for and mostly they say, oh, you can achieve something if you're just gonna lay there and do nothing. And then I was like, fine, I'm going. So that's mostly that's how I deal with those things.
The
So
support system
was
comes in
Right.
clutch.
So I remember Mattie. I'm not sure which one to use, but I remember when you had to have knee surgery. That was really What's a good word for it? Like that was a very hard time for you. And I don't remember if Chauncey was in the picture then or if he came afterwards. Um, because I thought she had
Um,
knee surgery in
After the knee
2019,
surgery.
yeah,
2020.
I would say it was right after that, but I was those. I think my knee surgery. I still waited alone.
Yeah,
I had my parents, but they were not there. They were still back in the Marshall Island, and I
yeah,
had my knee surgery. And my brother, because I didn't want to fly out here, flew out to Kansas City. So I wanted to drive after my knee surgery. So,
ugh,
so me and my brother drove all the way to Kansas City, and that time it was really hard. Yeah, because I think I had my both knee surgery, so um, I left Chicago. It's like uh, I would just say it was hard. It's hard, and at the same time, I had my knee surgery. I lost one of my brother who was fishing, and somehow he has never been found until today. And at the same time, so it was like right after Thailand. That's all. Everything just you know. It's just something. I guess it's something you have to learn from. You lost something, and then you gain something. So I'm glad. I think I'm happy I had to go through knee surgery, and because it's like if I didn't, I don't know. Probably my career would be over.
Yeah. When we
Eh,
first met, you were almost done with weightlifting.
yeah.
Like done, and I don't know. It's just what burned out. I guess I had some healing I had to do there, and there's a lot of things and a lot of things I was dealing with on the while I was trying to do the Olympic quad to qualify. So it's like,
And then the quad got pushed out. The Olympics actually got pushed out another year, and yeah, that's got to be
Messed
tough because
everything.
yeah, because you were up for selection right before they announced the delay, right?
yeah, and then everything's just changed and just like that. And I think I know like I don't know I wanted to talk about this, but it was like something when they announced it right after. It was like because I think the trial was yet, but they announced everything right after. It's just that was what caught me really bad. That it's like it was so bad. Like I cried myself. Like it was really bad. I just never. It's like the moment you never feel that heartbroken. You just feel it,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh my gosh. It's like you just get crushed to the I don't know under the rock wherever.
We put so much to get to.
But I think everything happened for a reason. Really, I I don't take any negative from everything. I just feel like everything happened for a reason.
Yeah. But yeah, I imagine that was a tough time because you're right there, you're in contention, and then it gets delayed, and you're trying to hold your peak while your knees are in pain. Like, oh, that's tough.
Yeah, and maybe if COVID wasn't here, probably.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, that messed everything up.
Thanks,
But
COVID.
maybe a little bit more positive weightlifting memory. Was there like you went to the Olympics when you were 18 to Rio?
Yeah.
Was there a moment leading up to that where you realized, oh, I could really actually make the Olympics, or was it always just kind of, oh, we'll see where it lands? Like, what was that experience like?
That's kind of funny because I did not know anything about Olympic Games, and I think the only main goal I had at that time it was like to compete, but I think it's like I was being guided by my parents who didn't know any like a lot of things about Olympic weightlifting or Olympic, but because they went to London 2012, and I was
Yeah.
just sitting on the couch watching the TV, like watching on TV, but I did not know anything, and I was just like when they Oceania Championship 2016 in VC because they want me to like win the top. They want me to be top one in the 58, and I think I was still junior there. I was still junior,
Mhm.
and
That's what I say. Yeah.
um, and then I went to Hawaii. Um, yeah, I think I went to Hawaii to try. Kind of didn't really understand the whole thing, and right after the Oceania, right after I mean, I know I won the competition, but like still don't understand. And and then right when we were coming back from, I think Junior World, I don't remember where it was somewhere in Georgia. I don't remember. Like letter from IOC that I was um, selected to go. Some I don't know.
On like a tripartite or something like that.
I think maybe that's what I was. And and then I was like, what's that supposed to be mean? My dad was telling me that, and I was like, what's that supposed to mean? He's like, well, we're going into Olympic game. I mean, I was excited, but I wasn't really understand until I got there, and then that's how everything was like. I was like, this is so cool. Like,
Yeah.
I wanted to do this again.
Yeah.
But
So 2016, it was just kind of like, oh, we're going to train. We're going to keep training and have fun with it. And then you get a letter from the IOC that you've been selected to the Olympics.
yeah,
That's pretty cool.
definitely, I was like, I was so excited, but I think I want to do like a experience before I can like, but English was not my first language, so I wasn't understanding anything. So
That's still pretty cool.
Yeah, I see she had like I mean, from like 2015 of the fall to the games, like there's 3 big meets. Like there's Worlds, there's Oceania Championships as a junior and a senior. Then she did Junior Worlds in Georgia. I don't know how to pronounce that city. Whatever the one is in
Tbilisi?
Georgia. Yeah, thank you.
yeah,
And then that was June 23rd, so that's
that's when
only like a month before the games start. Yeah,
Yeah.
and then the Olympic Games on the, she competed on August, but I want to say they start like in like July 25th or something. So like it's like 1 month out, they tell her, hey, you're going, and you're like,
Yeah, it was like right before Junior World. We were on the Hawaii, the hotel in Hawaii, and that's how I found out. I'm like, oh yeah, we have a good news for you. I don't even understand.
That is really cool, though.
Yeah, but I think it was cool. Like it was a cool thing.
So now, looking forward to Paris. You've cut to 59. You had a really, really good meet in Havana last week. So what's the cut to 59 been like? Because I know you spent all last quad as a 6.
Struggling, crying. I don't know. It's like just try to avoid ice cream all 24/7. So that's literally what we've been. I went to Samoa right after. I think when I make the change back to Marshall Island, I went back. I went back to Samoa for training camp. So I was there for six week. Yeah,
Yeah.
for training.
Did that help the cut? Or
Well, it didn't help the cut. I mean, it was kind of. I was like in 60. I left URS 61 point something after AO final.
Yeah, that's right.
After AO final, I got sick, and then I lost so much weight. So it was a perfect timing. I was like, okay, I'm going down.
I guess we're going down.
But I was gonna go 71, so
Oh,
it kind
There's still
of.
time. You just gotta go find all that ice cream.
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be struggle. So, but
71's a tough class right now. Um, yeah, I mean 71's a tough class right now. Like that's a very competitive class right now. Like with
yeah, I think
oh, what else?
I think well, the 59 is also really tough right now because all the curve from 64 either go up or go down.
Yeah.
So
All right, with cutting of all the weight classes, everybody has to go up or down.
Yeah.
yep.
Or the 55's not. Is it 55 an Olympic class this squad, or did
Nope.
they
Nope,
so
nope. No, it's just 50. It's
49, 59,
49 to 59,
71,
yeah.
87 plus. Oof. Yeah.
But she did more as a 59 recently than she ever did before. Because
Yeah.
yeah, I know all your numbers. Come on. She did 199 at 59. So, and she just did 214. So like, that's
Yeah.
big.
Body weight PR.
I think it's because like after 2021, I wasn't really like I wasn't. I had only one time trainings, and I like only trained 4 days or 5 days. 5 days, I think.
5 days, yeah.
Yeah.
And it for the whole year.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I wasn't really training after the 2021 Olympic game, like when after all the qualifier were done.
Yeah.
Qualification were done. I wasn't really.
But you also had the knee rehab because you went to the Arnold's that year, and then I think you did the knee rehab at something afterwards. I don't remember when you announced it, but Arnold's was 2020, I think.
Oh,
And
Arnold 2020.
and then it's somewhere after that you announced you're just gonna do. You had to do knee surgery because your knee was, and then of course everything got extended a year too. So it was like nothing happened.
Yeah, I think that time I didn't really have time because I had my first knee surgery.
Oh, first.
December. Yeah, I had my right knee surgery after December 2nd, 2020. I think 2020. Uh, after my bomb had was it Thailand? Yes. Yes.
Well, that was 2019. Yeah.
To the 2020?
No, Thailand was
I think
2019, I think.
December.
Yeah. I had it up for a second, but I think it's
Oh.
2019 Thailand,
Oh.
and then I don't know why your numbers disappeared because I think, and then 2020, yeah, 2020, you went to the Rogue. Oh, well, I'm sorry, the Arnold,
Yeah,
and you
it
did
was
220, and then the next time you competed was Pan American Championships the next year. Oh wait, yeah, next year in April.
yeah.
22?
Basically, I didn't really have like rehabs on those time, like because I had my first knee surgery on December 2nd, and then I had my second knee surgery on January, I think 10.
Jeez.
So I was um I was senior when I after that, so it's like I didn't well figure it out myself. So that, and then I went back to training, and yeah, here's me trying to fool myself again, competing, competing after two competition.
So now that we, as Melvin talked about, you just went to Cuba, or I'm sorry, yeah, you went to Cuba, and now are you training for Worlds or like what's your next competition?
Yeah, next week my training start for World. I've been
Oh,
doing
okay.
stuff this week, but
So you have some time off right now, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I have World, and then I believe I have two more competition after World.
Yeah, you have Grand Prix in December, and then
November too.
uh, there's probably like an Oceania Games in there somewhere or
Yeah,
something.
Yeah, that will be the
And
last one.
then there'll probably be
September.
something next. And then next year there's the World Cup or something, which I think everyone has to show up at. But
Yeah,
In April, yeah.
yeah, I can't remember what it was. I don't even know where it is, but
It's gonna be a busy few months.
yeah.
it's going to be busy. I think I don't know. Probably I'll be training here, or I'm just waiting until my countries is sending me because it's like it's kind of different than USS. Like they ask you, like it's like you're doing duties. You're on duty, so you just go. So basically, that's what it is.
Well, if they send you on
Yeah,
duty
because
for the World Cup, you'll be going to Bahrain. So
Mhm.
that'll be fun.
That means I'll be going to training, and I will probably go somewhere. I have no idea.
What else do we got? Yeah.
I'm trying to see.
Wait,
Like,
no. Is it in Thailand? I don't know what's going on with it. 24 World Championship, 8 months after its hosting.
I
Oh, I
believe there
guess
was supposed to be one in Thailand, if I
yeah,
can remember.
Yeah, there's Thailand. And
in
there's
April. Yeah, I see that now. Okay.
Yeah,
this September's Saudi Arabia. And,
that's a lot.
yeah.
A lot for 1 year.
So when you're headed into that, are you trying to peak every competition? Is there one where you're like, I don't need as big of a total? Like, what as an athlete, what's your mindset going into that?
As an athlete, I want to able to increase my total because I think I'm like kind of stubborn. So mostly, I mostly want to beat my total. What there's also like a competition where I want to be like, oh, I think it's like you have to listen to your body. It's like there's competition and I say, okay, if I don't know. It's like we usually we usually train, and then couple week before you start peaking to a competition. It's to let your body rest. So it's like, but I believe in increasing my totals every competition. So
There you go.
we'll see.
Just try to add another kilo every time out there. All right. I'm trying to think. Is there any questions you wanted to go over that we didn't touch on or anything like that?
Mm, not really. um, not really. But I think there's like things I just want to say about. It's like I think I just want to things. I wanna thank USA Weightlifting for like their support and um, the opportunity they gave me while I was representing them. I know I haven't really said much on social media because it's like rather just I don't know. I wanted to just lay low and try to just train and take care of myself.
Yeah.
But
are you training at Lifetimes again?
oh no, I am not going back to Lifetimes in 2020, I believe 2020.
We went there like one time since then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I
So you have
train
your
in
own setup?
uh, yeah, actually we train in the garage, but
Oh, nice.
I train in the garage, and then I train at Kansas Strong Barbell. Strong Barbell.
Oh, okay.
Is that Ethan's place? Ethan
Yes.
Harris?
Yeah.
Next time you see him, he broke jerk blocks at our gym in Florida. We just got him.
We'll let him know.
Yeah. Be like, hey, you crack these. I'd had them for like a week. It was pretty cool to watch him. Like we watched him the whole time, and like you're watching him go up, and I think he had to go up to like a 180 or 190 jerk for like a triple or something that day. And you're watching him go up, and you're like, I don't even care if it breaks. I don't even care.
Yeah, he's very cool. He invited me to go to the gym, and so I just been to go training there a lot, and I
Nice.
moved to Kansas City.
And it looks like they got pretty nice equipment too. Is that they got like all ZKC platforms or something? I can't remember what it was.
Yeah. They got their new gym there. They have 3 platforms, 3 of the new ones, and 3 of the older ones in front of it. So plenty of platforms.
Nice.
Yeah, and they have the weights from Tokyo 2020,
Oh,
the
nice.
CKC one. So it's kind of a nice gym. Oh, and they have rope now. I remember they had new ropes.
They just had those come in, the new ones, yeah.
Yeah.
Those Rogue 10s, not to talk bad about Rogue, but those Rogue 10 kilos, man,
You break them?
they always crack.
Oh, you know, I just remembered. You were training at my buddy's gym in KC. Jay.
Oh, Ashman?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yes,
Yeah. I totally
trained
forgot about
there.
that. Yeah.
I did train there when we were closer to them, but we moved, so we just got a house in East Soto, so it's kind of like 45
It's like
minutes.
45 minutes.
45
Yeah,
minutes.
that's
It's kind of
yeah.
far.
Yeah, that's a long commute.
Yeah, it's too long.
Yeah.
Yeah, every
Especially
day.
with gas these days.
Yeah, I don't think I would make it far.
And rush hour.
No.
Oh yeah.
No.
Yeah, because his gym's downtown, so I'm sure the traffic is just
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
4 o'clock.
yeah, no.
So bad. Wow.
But yeah, Ethan sounds like a pretty good gym. I've seen pictures of it and I totally forgot about that.
Yeah. The gym is nice. They had a nice
Especially because then you get to lift around weightlifters and you're not just, being that one lifter in a lifetime getting stairs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Trying to figure out pounds to kilos.
Yeah. You have to do your math.
All right. Well, I mean, if that's everything, then anybody else got any questions?
I mean, I see. Yeah. I mean,
Oh, you got more?
I've got the calendar up, but I think she's got November is Oceania.
That's
And-
Solomon, right? I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and the Pacific Games, but then Worlds is Worlds in September. That's right. Okay, not October. So it's like 2 months apart, basically.
Yeah.
And then,
Which one was the car? Was that? I forget which
yeah, because the Worlds is in Saudi Arabia,
one. Yeah.
and then that's like mid-September, and then the Oceania and Pacific Games are in like right before Thanksgiving, basically.
The 20th to 24th, right?
Yeah, 20th to 24th, and then you've got the Grand Prix Cup in Qatar the next month, like probably only like
December
3
2nd
weeks.
to 12th, right?
Yeah. So I mean, I'm sure at some point you just go in and weigh in, and then you just, I don't know what you're peaking for, but you can't. That's like 3 competitions within like 4 months or something.
Yeah.
So I'm sure
and
you're not
then
gonna.
one like the next week after a competition.
I can't see myself breaking. Just kidding.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you can just weigh in or post total, and I'm sure for Pacific Games you want to post a big total.
Yeah, it's because it's my continent competition. So it's like
Yeah. Everyone. Yeah. Your weightlifting committee or whoever's in charge of the Olympics there probably wants to see you do really well. I'm sure. You're like, and then I don't even know what's like. Yeah, and I think the Philippines are in the Asia. I don't know if
Yeah,
they're
they go to the Asian Games because Heidel and
Yeah,
Diaz
so-
had that
so
rematch.
yeah. I mean, and based on that, that means she's the top ranked 59 from what I'm seeing.
Yeah, I think I have like some athletes from Australia, which I have to compete with, but I'm still not.
That's yeah, Australia. I couldn't remember. There was a good 59. I thought Kiana Elliott was a 59, but I'm not sure.
She is 59.
Is she? Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I
But I
heard. I don't keep up. I
yeah,
don't.
I don't know if she's lifted lately because I don't even see her. Uh, it's Australia. I don't keep track of Australia. But yeah. And then
I
of
think
course,
some athletes would like to like concentrate on their training instead of like
yeah,
posting.
It's a
you can't
solid
get
strategy. Yeah.
Yeah, like I feel that sometimes, like where I needed to focus on training and just training. Like when I was trying to go to after I make the change and I went to what was it, Samoa. Like all I did was training because we had like training early in the morning at we had to wake up at 4 a.m.
Every
get
day.
ready for training at 5. We go for a 5 mile or
I think it's
almost
like a
like
2 mile
2 mile
walk in the
walk
morning. Yeah.
before we start training,
Oof,
and
making the
then
weightlifters walk, they're not gonna like that.
yeah, and then we train again at 11 o'clock, and then we train again at like 5 p.m. So all you do is train, go to sleep, make sure you're going to sleep on time,
It
and
sounds
five
like the
o'clock's
life.
rough.
What?
yeah.
Like that's the earliest I've ever heard of a weightlifter training, basically, unless they had like a. I've heard like 7 or 8 usually or something, but not 5.
I mean, I could see training that early, especially like if you got you can have a big jet lag or something.
Yeah, but not like just because everyone at camp's training at 5 o'clock in the morning. Unless only thought is maybe because like the heat or humidity, but they're also training at 5, which is pretty normal. As well as like, did she say she was training at 11 o'clock?
Yeah.
Yeah, quite
Yeah,
often,
so like
3 times a day.
yeah,
So there is really hot, like during, I mean, it's always hot it's like Marshall Island, so it's hot
yeah,
24/7.
Just
yeah.
Texas right now, man.
So I
But
think that's why, because, oh, and like our coach has to go to work, so that's part of why they make time for athlete to train and then go to work and come back.
Oh, a lot of their athletes are working day jobs too.
Yeah. Um,
That's pretty cool. I mean, it's pretty amazing that hey, there are these international level athletes. They're doing these 2-day trainings and they got their day jobs. So
yeah, I came up with I don't know how recent it is, but there's like came up with I think 9 different lifters from the Marshall Islands, but I don't know how many of them are current. Doesn't really look like.
mhm.
9.
Yeah, well, there's 9 in the IWF results, but it doesn't look like any of them are after 2020. Actually, no, yeah, I think you're the only one I see results for. So, yeah,
What are the dates
but
on the other ones?
I saw one in 2013, so that was like right after um,
There you go.
What's the name?
Wasn't there a guy?
Marine Burns.
I okay. We don't talk about that person, so move on.
And like there's let's see who else do I see here. Bob Silas. I don't know who that is, but posted some pretty good numbers.
Bob.
Yeah, Bob.
Yeah, he was my teammate when before I make the change in the USA. But I think he stopped training, he stopped lifting, and I left. So
Yeah,
he's
the last one I see was the 2019 for him, and then let's see, we got Peter Enoch, and then we got Joshua Ralpho and Mike Ricklin. Yep,
yeah.
and Shiro or Amon Shiro. I don't. I think they
I'm on.
reverse the names. I think it's Amon Shiro, but
Amman was, I think Amman and Lomina, and they were the first people who started the weightlifting in the Marshall Islands. That's how I started. But
Hmm.
they're no longer
Yeah, I
training.
don't see any of them lifting after 2019. So
Yeah. They have families. They've been living life. Yes. Like
how many
most of
people?
us.
How many people are in the Marshall Islands? Unless I guess I could look that up, but I'm sure it's not many, right?
Yeah. I don't think it's many right now. I mean, people keep leaving and leaving and leaving. So I'm not so sure right now. I haven't gone back
It's been a while.
since I make the change to US. So
Oh yeah. Okay. Let's see. I'm seeing. Oh yeah, 62,000. So that's not.
For all of the
That's
marshals,
yeah,
The
yeah.
whole, for the whole country.
And 70 square miles. So what is that? That's like 8 by 8.
you know,
Like so. Yeah.
most of it probably in Missouri.
I'm sure you can figure out the population density from that, but
yeah.
I'm not gonna do that
Capital.
number.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just looked at. I think that's also all the land mass together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, a lot of little islands. All right.
maybe because it's
Oh.
small.
All right. Well, that's everything we got. So good luck with training. We look forward to watching over the next few months, and thanks for coming on.
Thank you guys for inviting us. I appreciate it.
And thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Bye.
Bye.